Good day everyone, I'm Lizzy, Group 5's leader, and in this video, my members and I will present cultural ethnic or tribal dances in the Philippines. To start off, an ethnic or tribal dance can be identified as a type of dance that originated from an ethnic group of culture. It represents their history, culture, and tradition which serves to express their ethnic pride. Although most of these dances have changed over time, most still reflect the people's ancestors' heritage. The forms and functions vary from different ethnic groups around the country, but those at the base of the dance imitate nature and life and are most often for rituals or social expression.
The Manobo people of Bukidnon, Agusan, and Misamis Oriental perform a ritual dance known as Dugso. Dugso is frequently played at big events such as Kaliga or Kaamulan. Kaliga means feast while the Kaamulan is tribal gathering. It is performed at harvest festivals, birth of a male heir, and war victories. However, aside from the Kaliga on festivities, Brandis claims that the Dugso has no specific event foundation. It is solely done to entertain their deities. The Dugsok for a Kaliga is normally conducted on the third day, which is usually the happiest as it marks the end of the festivities. Dugsok have at least 12 known versions, and the most popular versions are the Dugsok Songko, Dugsok Kalusungay, Dugsok Kabalangsan, Lagoras, Inaksyon, and the Hinaklaran. Most Dugsok versions have no musical instrument played to accompany the dance. The sounds and rhythms are produced by the dancers angklet sa liyaw or singil. The Hinaklaran and Lagudas version of the Dugso are at times danced with the accompaniment of the agong, takumbo, and the yuday. One interesting feature of this dance is the Higaonon Manobo costume of the dancers. A complete set of this costume is called a Sinoyaman and has the following: Panaksoy, Dasaya, Sulang-sulang. Panaksoy is a blouse of striped white, black, red, or yellow bodies and a red cenepa. Triangles or zigzag patterns are decorated on the edges as appliques. The panaksoy has a bell-shaped sleeves and is cut just above the hip to show the tattoos in their midribs. The saya, a wrap-around skirt of the same color and patterns of design. The skirt is usually tucked at the right by inserting the end inside the wrap skirt, or tucked by a tapis that looks like a back-to-back bib, with the bibs placed at the sides. While the sulam-sulang serves as a headdress. This headdress is worn in respect of the mythical papagayok bird having an iridescent plumage. The papagayok is said to have all the colors of all the other birds. A triangular cloth called panika also covers the base of the sulam-sulang. It is intricately embroidered in designs matching the panaksoy.
Manobo, or sometimes called Manubu, one of the largest ethnic groups with a total of 8 subgroups located in Mindanao. Even though they have a lot of subgroups, they are different in dialect and some of them have a different aspect in culture. And that because it depends on where they live. They are very famous in Mindanao and also very strict when it comes to their religion. They believe in multiple deities or gods and also are knowledgeable in plant resources and also believe that anything like weapons and jewelry has its own spirit. Manovo or Manuvo are believed to be originate from Mansuba, where man means person or people and Suba means river. They were lives in the mountains somewhere in Agusan, Bukidnon, Cotabato, Davao, Misamis Oriental, and Surigao del Sur. They are also a group of people who were influenced by Austronesian 1,000 years ago, and they were maintained it by passing it down generations to generations. They were skillful when it came to hunting and gathering. They are estimated to have more than 790,000 populations. They wear sinulog for women, kegal for blouse, paleda or lubing for skirt, seluel for pants, sempek for short pants, baeg for loin cloth, and lapin kawal for underwear. The clothes are made of barks of the tree. Manobo groups typically use red, yellow, green, and blue, white as the color of their clothes. The male wear long sleeves and pants that have a pattern in their costume, and that pattern and color will also be applied to women's costume.
Binanog is a cultural ethnic dance from the Manobo tribe that mimics the movements of a hawk or an eagle, which is inspired by its name Banog, which refers to hawk in English. The dance consists of the female representing the female hawk and the male observing her actions. The dance features intricate actions that depicts the coupling mechanism of hawks to the symbolic beating of a gong that synchronizes with the dancer's movements. According to legend, the people were fascinated by the hawk's movements and flight pattern and how the male hawks pursued the females. They imitated the hawk's courtship ritual to come up with a dance. At the time of Spanish colonization in the Philippines, the people decided to perform the dance in honor of the Santo Niño. By 2004, the local government revived the tradition by creating the Binanog Festival in Bukidnon. The traditional costume for the Binanog dance consists of an intricately embroidered costume called koton, which is worn under a bell-like garment made of pinia cloth named the saipang, or the sinumbrahan, which is an embroidered cotton wrap either in red or in white.
The Tagbanawa tribe is the one who made the Pagdiwata dance. The Tagbanawa tribe is a dominant indigenous group in central and northern Palawan, and also one of the oldest ethnic groups in the whole Philippines. Pagdiwata is celebrated annually in the month of December during a full moon. Aborlan town hosts this event. This is a famous festival attended by tourists as it is only 75 kilometers away from Puerto Princesa. Like the Mangyan, the Tagbanawa tribe also has their own syllabic script, which is based on Hindic roots. They have four gods named Mangindusa or Nagabakaban, Polo, Segumundo, and Tabakud. Pagdiwata is a ritual festival dance celebrated annually by the Tagbanua people of Palawan. This event is a form of acknowledgement and expression to the deities, gods, and goddesses to seek help in healing the sick and offering prayers for lovers who are to depart, as well as weddings. People who are sick also join this event in order to be healed by their family members, serving as a medium of healing. This is also an opportunity for the people to celebrate good harvests and successful hunting trips. This event is hosted by the town of Aborlan in Palawan, held in every month of December during a full moon. The town of Aborlan has about 19 barangays and about 30,000 citizens. This is led by the Babaylan or the priestess who are the ones the spirits speak to. They are highly respected individuals and are very powerful. Anyone who disrespects them is said to be severely punished by the supernaturals. The festivity offers a variety of foods such as wine, nuts, wax, chicken, and many others. They also do activities such as planting, war or hunting dance, harvesting, tarek, and a night-long singing and dancing of lively traditional music. The main feature of this event is the Pagsultan, wherein the Babaylan, which is also the priestess or the shaman, gets possessed by the spirits. Families observe this festival as it is an opportunity to share sentiments as it is a very important event in Palawan. The costume for the Tagbanua dance Pagdiwata is mostly composed by skirts and blouses for women and topless and pants for men.
The Blaan are indigenous people of the Philippine southern Mindanao region, which may have arisen from Bla meaning opponent and the suffix an meaning people. One of the indigenous people of southern Mindanao is the Blaan tribe. Similar to the Tiboli, they have their own unique dance and song as well as colorful tribal attire and weaving traditions. Blaan history. Between 12,000 and 15,000 years ago, the Blaans were the second group of people to arrive on the islands. The early Blaans arrived in the country alongside the Tiboli or small people, according to Blaan traditional tale recorded by Fulong. The Blaans' realm once stretched from Sultan Kudarat to the Davao region, and they were skilled hunters and gatherers who continued to live entirely on food from the forests and waters from the rivers. In the once huge open lands, they hunted wild animals and harvested cereals, root, vegetables, fruit, and herb. Their more than 7,000-year-old culture is based on traditions, yet many have abandoned their tribal roots in favor of contemporary living. Nonetheless, most Blaan tribal members are proud of their origin, customs, and cultural identity in various Blaan villages. They still dress in bright colors and play ceremonial music. They do their original dances and sing their tribe's melody in sacred chants. Blaan costumes. The Blaan women wear colorful native clothes woven from abaca and embellished with needlework, buttons, beads, and thick brass belts with countless tiny bells, making their approach audible even from afar. Their handicrafts and traditional attires are worn at practically every event and are regarded priceless items that are given as dowries during weddings, employed as payment for crimes committed against a person or clan, or used to settle disputes between warring clans.
So Tiruray is one of the ethnic groups in the Philippines. Tirurays are famous for their craftsmanship in weaving baskets with two-tone geometric designs. So did you know that they live in the territory bounded by the Tamantaka River to the north and the Tran River to the south, and the coast to the west and the Cotabato Valley on the east. So they have their own religion in spite of their proximity to the Maguindanao of the Cotabato Valley. One of the most notable Tiruray dance is called Mag-asik. So Mag-asik is performed by girls in Nuro, Upi, and Maguindanao. The dance begins with a large piece of bright colored cloth or scarf placed on the ground or on the middle of the floor. The women go around this cloth with small heavy steps and their arms and hands moving around gracefully. So did you know that Mag-asik literally means to sow seeds? So let's move on to the history of Tiruray. According to literature, the Tiruray share a common legendary ancestry with the Maguindanao. They are said to be related to the Muslim Maguindanao, and the Tirurays live in the district of Dinaig, south of the Cotabato River, in southwestern Maguindanao. They are divided into coastal, river, and mountain groups. So the coastal or lowland Tirurays have close contact with the Maguindanao Muslims and the Christian population. Many of them are modernized and have adopted their neighbors' culture. However, Tirurays who live in the mountains have remained to live in the traditional way. Some of the Tirurays have moved to other areas. In 1976, Tiruray settlements were reported in Davao del Norte. Even if there is much influence from other cultures, they are able to maintain a distinct culture of their own. So these are characterized by communal household polygamy and an indigenous moral legal system. The economic life of coastal Tirurays is centered around farming, hunting, fishing, and as I said earlier, the basket weaving. So they are known for their artistic skills in weaving basket in two-tone geometric designs. Those living in the mountains are engaged in dry field agriculture supplemented by hunting and gathering of forest products. So modernized Tirurays have adapted to the political mainstream of their province, municipal, or barangay location. So let's move on to the costume of Mag-asik. I provide this picture. So this is the tube skirt, originally of woven abaca, but now replaced by Maguindanaoan malong worn reaching the calves. So this is called the emut. Let's move on to the long sleeve jacket of shiny material with peplum gathered at the waist. So the colors may be bright red, yellow, blue, orange, purple, or black. So this is called the tight-fitting long-sleeved jacket. So this is another malong. This is slung on the right shoulder. I also provide a picture of full attire of this dance, which is Mag-asik. So as you can see, the hair is tied in a bun and wrapped with a tubaw or the scarf folded into a triangle. They also use brass bracelets, beads, and silver coins, necklaces, and anklets with hawk bells to accentuate the costume. So additionally, the props there is the large square scarf, and the mood of this dance is jovial. So the stance is erect, and the number of performers are any number of girls. So that's all. Thank you, and as you can see, this is the references. Thank you.